Hi, I'm Stephen Cronin. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining me today. Before I start, I just want to quickly show you the materials. These are my paints. I've got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber, light red. They're all Cotman watercolours, all linked below in the descriptions if you want to purchase any. As is the brush here, the large one, Ranson Hake, and my paper, Fabriano 15 by 11. Cold pressed, £130. I thought today I'd just make one up as I go along. So starting with the large hake, this is just clean water all the way over, and this will just stop the paper from crinkling up, or I think cockling is the technical term. So I'm just going to go a bit of raw sienna and just whack it in. Not worried too much about where it's going. We can play with it however it lies. I'm going to clean the brush. I'm going to go a bit of light red, a bit of ultramarine. And I'm just going to whack that in. Not too wet because it will just drip straight down the page. But I don't want it too dry so that it doesn't mix with what's already on there. A bit of red, look how strong that is. And the general idea is to try and create some sort of light that's I'm going to do the sea. So it's going to be like a coastal sea. So the sea will be about a third of the way up the horizon line will be. So I just want to create the effect of light shining off the surface of the sea. Sort of this sort of area. So I'm just being weary not to paint. Last thing I want to do is just go straight across and paint over everything. And then all these little marks that I like, I'm just trying not to paint over everything and keep it all as fresh as I can. What I do sometimes do, if I'm not completely happy with how it's going, I might just dry it, try and get the paint to set where it is. That's how I just do it now. I'm going to give it a quick dry, then I'll re-wet it and do it again. So you might think, well, what's the point in doing that? You basically sort of lay two washes down straight after one another, because I'm not using sort of artist quality materials. It's not sticking. Plus, I didn't dry it 100%, so that's the reason. It's just slightly all going down the page. It looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but I'll try and tart it up a bit and see how we get on. But I say it looks a mess. That's just the effect I was looking for, really. All the paint just going everywhere. Ultramarine. Light red, ultramarine. And what I do when I've got some sort of thing I'm happy with, as the paper dries, the paint will go on sort of thicker and thicker. And when I'm fairly happy, I ain't going to do too much big broad sweeps in the sky area. I'm just going to go into a bit of alizarin crimson, Payne's grey, and then just start popping a few little clouds in. Something on up there. stretched line, so I'm just going to pull it tight against this board so it's flat against the surface. So it doesn't keep popping up every time I keep hitting it with a brush. Just light red. These are in Payne's grey. Just try and strengthen those clouds a little more. Just soaking up that water that's gathered at the bottom of the paper. And what I might do is I can just slightly dry it. I'm just testing it because obviously if it's dry then I'm going to stop. Just see what I can get away with. Clouds in, getting a bit stronger. Some clouds might end up with a very, very low horizon line the way I'm going at the moment. That's not too. Doesn't matter. No problem. We get any highlights with a bit of tissue? Just some sort of subtle cloud formations going on here and there, up there. As if you're on this side. Don't overdo it. Just a few little dabs, then just sit back and check what you've done. Don't start soaking up all the paint. This is a very dirty tissue, so it's not very absorbent. So I'm not gonna. It's gonna take longer for me to overdo it. I might just go with that actually. So I'm just gonna dry it completely now. Trying to make sure it's flat. Also doing this, it stops it from sticking against the board. Sometimes it'll stick against the board and I've got to get the knife out just to prise it away. Right, so just dipping the corner of the brush into the water just to loosen those hairs. I haven't bothered drying it, washing it, because I want this to be really dark now. Really dark headlands sticking out from the coast, silhouetted against this light. So it's going to be. So I'm going to keep this land really low, really low. And you can see how it contrasts nicely against that sort of light part of the sky. And all these bits of unpainted paper just look like highlights. A little bit of land on the right hand side there. Just dip the corner of the brush in just to loosen the paint up a bit. create some sort of something on this side. I might have just closed the seal just slightly more than I meant to, but not to worry. I'm going to mess about anymore. What I'm going to do is try and create some little rocks here and there. It just looks like the sun's just catching the light on just catching the left hand side of these rocks. A few more on this side. There's a big one there, another big one. Few little ones, obviously they get smaller and smaller as they get further and further away. So that's all the rocks in. Now what I want is, needs a boat. So switch to this little flat brush. I'm just going to go alizarin crimson, Payne's grey, really dark because I want the boat to silhouette against the light sky. So ideally I want him in the light area, but I'm slap bang in the middle there. I want it just sort of off centre. So I mean, about here is a more sort of natural place for it to be. It's a shame, really. Let's see what happens. It's just put the main body of the boat in, little reflection. I'm just going to put the mast in, big tall mast, and then reflect that down, just as far down as it is high. The bigger brush out. Do just a very tiny little figure sitting in the boat. And then up there, I'm going to stick some birds. There's the one up there. I think I'm going to call that one finished. All I've got to do is stick my name in the corner. And stick my name down here somewhere. I think it has to be over there. So let's see what that looks like with the mounts on it. So here's the painting with the mounts on. So if we go in and have a closer look at it. So the sky was basically 2 washes. I put the first one on, wasn't 100% happy with it, so dried it and then did it all again, and it helps create a sort of more depth to the painting. I'm trying to explain it. Although a lot of it sort of gets washed away, and with the process, little bits of it remain behind that wouldn't normally. Like I say, it's that little bit of blue there, just very subtle, but that was probably the first wash, I'm guessing. You just get little things like that appear, stuff, you just, happy little accidents. The general aim, what I was trying to do, was sort of create a lighter area in the sky, which I've done by darkening around it, which helps brighten the centre area, and then sort of creating a light reflection below in the water. because I've brought the clouds down so low, I've sort of forced myself into a very low rise. But I think it works. I think it works for this scene. A little bit of tissue work here to create some sort of subtle clouds amongst all the masses. They obviously get smaller and smaller and narrower as they go off towards the horizon line. Then with the sky in, I wanted a sort of sharp headland here, so I dried the paper, put it in really dark, just so it sort of silhouettes against the light sky. And then if you imagine the sort of lights coming down here, hitting these rocks. So that's why I scrape these ones in left-handed, so that you sort of get the light there hitting it, then sort of automatic shadows on the left-hand side. And then because the light's coming from here, I've done these ones conventionally right-handed. I am right-handed. So you see, as you sort of scrape them, you automatically get the light on the left there, opposite where the sun is, and then the shadows on the other side. Every painting could do with a focal point really, and here's mine. I've got a little boat there with the reflection, and then just about see a tiny little man in there. And then finally we've got our little seagulls there flying amongst the light sky. So that's that for today's painting. Please subscribe if you'd like to become part of this community. I'd love to have you with us. Thanks for watching. Keep practicing. Any questions, please ask, and I'll see you again soon.